Welcome. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining us for this explainer today. We are taking a really fast-paced, frankly cinematic journey through our rapidly evolving world. We're pulling 10 incredible straight from the headline stories directly from the latest edition of The Pulse. We'll be looking at everything from, off-planet timekeeping to literally mind-reading tech. We're going to strip away all that heavy complexity and just make the future incredibly clear.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's the game plan. We are looking at 10 rapid-fire stories that are actively reshaping our reality right now. And hey, I really want you to pay close attention because there's going to be a knowledge check at the very end of our time together. We are cutting through the noise, focusing purely on the facts that actually matter. So buckle up, prepare yourself for a high-energy glimpse into tomorrow, today. Kicking things off, we're pushing technological boundaries. We're talking about those massive, macro-level breakthroughs that are completely redefining the limits of human capability. So we're heading back to the moon, right? But here's the catch. International space cooperation absolutely requires everyone to be on the exact same schedule. It's crucial. Because of this, NASA and the European Space Agency have officially proposed a universal clock for a future moon base. They're calling it Lunar Standard Time. And the reason we even need a specialized lunar clock is, well, it's pretty mind-bending. It's because gravity is actually weaker on the moon, which literally causes time to move differently than it does down here on Earth. Now, what's really interesting about this is the exact math. Clocks on the moon tick exactly 58 microseconds faster every single day. I know, it sounds like a tiny fraction, right? But in the realm of space travel, precision is quite literally everything. Out there in the void, navigation systems rely on microsecond precision just to prevent ships from entirely missing their targets. This makes Lunar Standard Time a strict, non-negotiable requirement for the safe future of off-planet exploration. Moving from outer space to, well, inner space, our brains, here's another massive number to wrap your head around: 60. There's this startup that just revealed a new thought-type headband. It uses non-invasive sensors to directly read your brain's speech center. This incredible tech allows you to type a staggering 60 words per minute, and get this, without moving a single finger. No keyboard needed. You are quite literally typing with your mind. Rounding out our tech section, we're looking at a massive evolution in raw power. We are finally leaving behind old liquid battery technology, which, as we know, has historically been a bit prone to catching fire. Not great. Instead, we are entering the era of what's being called the forever battery. This is a huge breakthrough in solid-state technology that is incredibly safe and insanely long-lasting. So the crucial point is this magical 1,000-mile mark. Because of this solid-state breakthrough, electric cars equipped with this new forever battery can now travel an unprecedented 1,000 miles on a single solitary charge. That's like driving from New York to Florida without stopping for power. It entirely rewrites the future of transportation and clean energy, completely transforming how we're going to think about our daily commutes or weekend road trips. All right, moving right along. We're looking at how we're actively transforming our environment. This is all about upgrading our physical world, right here on Earth. So, consider this. What if AI could save the reef before the heat even hits? I know, it sounds straight out of a science fiction movie, but it is happening right now with the Great Barrier Reef. Scientists have created something absolutely fascinating called digital twins. Let me break down exactly how this works because it's brilliant. Scientists took millions of underwater photos and fed them directly into an artificial intelligence system. This AI then builds a perfect 3D virtual replica, a digital twin of the Great Barrier Reef. By analyzing this virtual model, the AI can accurately predict exactly which parts of the physical real-world reef are going to need the most help before those devastating heat waves actually damage them. It's a proactive, massive leap forward for global conservation. Shifting gears to some incredible U.S. news, we've got a huge infrastructure update. The Great American Rail Trail is officially 75% connected. For those who might not be familiar, this is a massively ambitious project to build a single, completely car-free path stretching all the way from Washington, D.C. out to Washington State. It's officially the longest bike highway in human history, and guys, we are 3/4 of the way to the finish line. How cool is that? Now, we are incredibly used to your standard ground-level parks, right? But Tokyo just introduced something wild called the floating forest, and this brilliantly illustrates the future of urban design. It's a massive botanical garden suspended entirely by skyscraper magnets. Yes, magnets. Visitors can literally walk right through the clouds inside this high-rise, completely surrounded by thousands of rare tropical plants just floating there in midair. Okay, let's shift gears again to the future of play. This is a look at the highly advanced ways we are going to game, watch, and compete. If you're a gamer, you're going to lose it over this first one. The BioShock movie is officially real. Netflix just dropped the very first teaser trailer, giving us a stunning live-action glimpse of the iconic underwater city of Rapture. And the cultural reaction? It is already massive. Fans are absolutely obsessing over the incredibly detailed 1940s-style technology they showcased in the clip. It looks phenomenal. Speaking of gaming, let's talk about an absolute game changer for student developers happening right inside Fortnite. You know, in the past, Fortnite's creative mode was mostly just about building basic physical walls and structures. It was fun, but kind of limited. But now, Epic just launched Coding Creative. Players can write actual functioning Python code to build their own custom weapons and entirely new game rules. It literally takes gaming and turns it directly into a high-level educational tool. And over in the world of sports, the era of screaming at the ref for a bad call might officially be over. Major League Baseball is currently testing something called umpire eyewear. The mechanics here are just brilliant. The home plate umpires wear these augmented reality glasses. As a pitch comes flying in, the AR glasses literally highlight the exact strike zone right in front of their eyes. This empowers umpires to make 100% accurate calls perfectly in real time. It completely removes human error from the strike zone.
All right, time for a quick palate cleanser, daily fun and trivia. Let's look at history's weirdest economy before we jump into your daily test.
So, to celebrate National Raisin Day, consider this completely absurd exchange rate from the ancient Roman economy. Did you know raisins were considered so incredibly valuable back then that they were used as actual currency? No joke. According to historical records, you could trade exactly 2 jars of raisins for 1 high-quality goat. Just imagine casually carrying a few jars of dried fruit down to the local market to literally buy your livestock. It's wild. Okay, let's move to and see how this builds into our knowledge check. We've covered 10 pretty incredible stories today, going everywhere from space travel down to ancient economies. Let's see just how closely you are following along. I'm going to ask you 2 quick questions based exactly on the facts we just learned. You ready? Here we go. First question. What is the name of the newly proposed time zone for the moon? Take a second. The answer, of course, is Lunar Standard Time, created because clocks tick exactly 58 microseconds faster up there. Okay, second question. Which actual coding language did Fortnite just add to its creative mode? The answer is Python, a massive leap forward for student developers everywhere. If you got those right, fantastic job. You are a truly focused learner. Well, we certainly covered a lot of ground in this explainer today, but I want to leave you with this final thought. From mind-reading keyboards to AI saving our precious oceans, all the way to a 1,000-mile electric car battery, which of these 10 glimpses into tomorrow is going to change your life the most? Think about it, keep exploring, and I'll see you tomorrow.